In the golden age of funk, where grooves reigned supreme and soul dripped from every note, few bands embodied the raw sensuality and musical mastery of the Ohio Players. With hits like Love Rollercoaster, Fire, and Skin Tight, the band became a household name thanks to their distinct sound and bold album covers. But long before they were lighting up the charts and radio stations, they were just a group of hungry musicians from Dayton, Ohio, looking to make their mark. The story of how the Ohio Players got their name is rooted in grit, evolution, and the sheer will to stand out in a crowded scene. The group began in the late 1950s under the name the Ohio Untouchables, a backing band for vocal group The Falcons. The Untouchables were a tight-knit unit of talented instrumentalists, including guitarist Robert Ward and bassist Marshall "Rock" Jones. But as the decade turned and the music scene shifted, so did their ambitions. By the mid-60s, the group had disbanded and reformed with a new purpose and a new identity. It was in this moment of rebirth that the name Ohio Players was born. The name wasn't chosen on a whim. It was carefully crafted to represent two core ideas: pride in their roots and an unapologetic sense of style. Ohio grounded them geographically, placing a firm stamp of regional identity on their brand at a time when many funk and soul acts were emerging from Detroit, Memphis, and Chicago. They wanted it known. They were from Dayton, and they brought their own flavor. But it's the word players that truly defined the group's image and ethos. In the vernacular of the streets and the nightlife of the 60s and 70s, a player was someone smooth, stylish, charismatic, and in control, whether in music, fashion, or romance. The Ohio Players didn't just play instruments. They played the game of fame and fun with a swagger that couldn't be ignored. They were the embodiment of funk cool, musicians who looked as good as they sounded and lived just as wild. The name also reflected their versatility and prowess in the studio. They were players in every sense of the word, multi-instrumentalists, writers, and arrangers who took total control of their sound. By the early 70s, the band had found its core lineup, including Leroy Sugarfoot Bonner, Marshall Jones, Ralph Pee Wee Middlebrooks, and others who brought fire to the funk scene. Their music began fusing jazz, R&B, rock, and soul into a gritty, irresistible groove, earning them major success and a reputation for explosive live shows. The Ohio Players became known not just for their sound, but for their entire brand: lush, erotic album art, flamboyant fashion, and an aura of mystery. Their name became synonymous with daring, independence, and breaking rules, all while staying rooted in the funk capital of Ohio. So when you hear fire blaze from your speakers or feel the sensual sway of Sweet Sticky Thing, remember, the Ohio Players weren't just a band. They were a movement. And their name said it all.